Hey everybody, this is Ozark Prepper 1. It's the middle of the week sometime, and today let's talk about drug addicts, thieves, and the hardest addiction to overcome. And those three are connected. And what you're seeing now, probably in your neighborhood, more stealing, more drug use, and those go hand in hand. But there's a side effect of all that. When a person steals to get what they want, they do it more than one time. And after you do something so many times, it becomes a habit. So what those people are doing is an addiction in itself. The stealing part is. So they see something, and they, in their mind, the wheels start turning, and they say, I can grab that. I can take that. And it'll be easy. And that's why so many of your drug addicts that you see, it takes a long time for them to stay out of trouble, because they're on the drug for one. They crave that drug, so they have to get money for that drug, so they do what they can to get it. So they steal from people, and then they get addicted to stealing because it's so easy for them. And so they end up in jail, and they get let loose before they're even got that drug out of their system. So the cravings are at an all-time high by the time they walk out that cell door. And first thing they do is they run to their drug dealer, say, hey man, I got to get some. I'll just front me some, and that drug dealer will do it. They'll give them a dose of their drug because they know he'll be back. And they know that they won't, the drug dealer knows that guy's not going to pay him all the money back. They don't care, because they're making so much money that they write that off as their little loss, for a major gain, because they got them a repeat customer. And they know that customer will bring other customers. And that's what keeps it going. And we got to talk about what started all this. What started all this drug use thing? Because this wasn't a phenomenon when I was in high school. I remember sitting in a class or talking to friends, and I said, "You won't believe it, that guy smokes pot." And that was a hard drug back then. That was considered a hard drug, we knew about everything else. We knew about the speed and all that stuff, but nobody did it. Not like today. If you're a person under 40 years old, 45, and you need speed to get through your day, then you got health issues. You're eating wrong, and you're not getting any exercise. Look at this. This is my drug. Nature is what people need, and don't tell me that smoking weed and all that stuff is nature. I don't have nothing against you people that do that stuff, but I've been around people my whole life that do all those things, and none of them are doing that stuff because their tummy hurts. They're doing it because they get a buzz off of it, But the reason they want to pass legislation to make drug use legal in certain places is because when you're dumbed down and you're content doing drugs, you're pacified, then you're not going to pay attention to the laws they pass that oppress you. So keep that in mind. Every time they say, we're going to try to legalize this drug, that's not what their goal is. Their goal is to take away another important right You can already do your drugs. Just don't walk out in front of a cop and do them. You know, don't ship tons of drugs around in your car and stuff. And if you do, be sneaky and don't stick out like a sore thumb if you're going to do that stuff. You can already do that. You can do drugs all day long. And if you're sitting in the privacy of your own home, nobody's coming in. As long as you're not doing other crimes, you know. So why on earth would you want to give up something essential? You know, ask the people of Colorado. You know, they passed a law there saying, we're going to let you guys smoke all the weed you want anywhere. And then, by the way, you can only have 10 rounds now. That's what's happened. And that's how they do it. They throw those bills together and they nibble away at rights. But there's probably some smart folks out there that knew what they were doing and they went ahead and kept what they had. And I don't blame them. And they still probably get plenty of rounds. They need capacity, you know. But that's this whole drug thing's all about. It has nothing to do with, oh, it's just organic and just happening. No, they pushed that on us. They took away certain things and then pushed other things on us. You know, you remember when you could buy ephedrine? You go to your gas station and say, oh man, I'm tired, I'm going to grab one of these ephedrine, Sudafeds or whatever, or what was another ones, the white crosses they used to call them. That was the gas station pills you could buy. They give you energy out of this world. You know, and they were around for 50, 100 years, you know, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're making drugs with those, we got to take those away. And at the same time, energy drinks started popping up everywhere, 5-hour energies and stuff. But then also at the same time, a lot of people that were tired and run down and stuff from eating all these processed foods and crap, they said, I got to get me a boost of some energy. So one of their local crackhead buddies says, have you tried meth? And then they start doing meth. They have all the energy in the world. They start lacking it. Then they deteriorate and they look in the mirror and they don't even see themselves rotting away. And that's by design. That's not just human messing up. There's people behind it all. You know, it's not organic. Because if that was the case, it would have been happening, like, say, during the 1940s in Germany. You know, the German government gave their people Pervitin. And that was a pill. It was basically Adderall, methamphetamine. And the soldiers took it. Some of the people in the population took it. And they were alert. And to be honest, they were kicking our ass because of it. But at the final stages of the war, it was starting to eat at people. You know, it was eating them up. And a lot of guys got killed over there because they had no fear, because they were taking that drug. You know, different drugs affect us differently. And one of the things amphetamines do to people is it gives them no fear. And that's why they were so tough of an enemy. Because not only were they fearless, they're the smartest people on earth, pretty much, you know. Let's be real. They're some of the smartest people on earth. Amped up. But, yeah, everything's planned. It's not by accident. And now we're seeing the fruits of it. We have a society collapsing. We have people can't even vote with brains, you know, and like voting matters. But it matters the most in your local area. What matters most is your sheriff, your local city councils and stuff, or whatever. All that stuff matters. Now, what doesn't matter it seems like the top part of the stage don't seem to matter because they put who they want in there. They put whatever puppet they want in there. And I do believe they try that all the way down to the local level. But it would be a lot harder for them to do that if everybody wasn't so doped up. So if you're on dope, get off of it. Wean yourself off of it. Just like you can do it with soda. People that smoke, you guys can get off of all that crap. Make your body a functioning system. You know, if you just lay around and get soft, you'll end up dying early. Anyway, I think I've said enough for today. You guys all have a good rest of your week. Ozark Prepper 1 out.